Read the stories below, then answer the questions.
Long, long ago, when the gods and goddesses used to mingle in the affairs of mortals, there was a small kingdom on the slope of Mount Wayang in West Java. The king named Sang Prabu was a wise man. He had an only daughter called Princess Teja Nirmala, who was famous for her beauty, but she was not married. One day, Sang Prabu made up his mind to settle the matter by a show of strength. After that, Prince of Blambangan named Raden Begawan had won the competition. Unfortunately, the weak fairy princess Segara fell in love with Raden Begawan and used magic power to render him unconscious, and he forgot his wedding. When Sang Prabu was searching, Raden Begawan saw him and soon realized that he had been enchanted by the witch fairy. The fairy could not accept this, so she killed Raden Begawan. When Princess Teja Nirmala heard this, she was very sad, so a nice fairy took her to the Kahyangan. Number 1. Which one of the following statements is a false about Sang Prabu? A. Sang Prabu was a father of his only daughter. B. Sang Prabu was a king of a kingdom in the West Java. C. Sang Prabu was taken to Kahyangan by a witch fairy. D. Sang Prabu was a wise man. E. Sang Prabu didn't have a son. Number 2. Why the witch fairy did use her magic to make Raden Begawan unconscious? A. She didn't like Raden Begawan. B. She didn't want Raden Prabu marry the princess. C. She wanted Teja Nirmala to forget about her wedding. D. She didn't want the princess of Blambangan marry the princess. E. She didn't want the princess of Blambangan feel love with her. Number 3. What do you think will happen if gods or goddesses cannot mingle in the affairs of people in the earth at that time? A. Princess Segara will have married with Raden Begawan. B. Sang Prabu will not hold strength competition. C. Raden Begawan will not die. D. Teja Nirmala will stay in the Kahyangan. E. Wicked fairy will not take Raden Begawan's life. Number 4. So nice fairy took her to the Kahyangan. Second paragraph. The word heard in the sentence refers to A. The witch fairy. B. The nice fairy. C. Princess Nirmala. D. Princess Teja. E. The Prince of Blambangan. Number 5. The similarity between fairy and human according to the text. A. The place they live. B. The jealousy that they possess. C. The way they don't feel love. D. The strength they have. E. The life that is immortal. Text narrative. The second legend. A long time ago, there lived on the island of Bali a giant-like creature named Bo-Iwo. The people of Bali used to say that Bo-Iwo was everything, a destroyer as well as creator. He was satisfied with the meal, but this meant for the Balinese people enough food for 1,000 men. Difficulties arose when for the first time the barns were almost empty and the new harvest was still a long way off. This made Bo-Iwo wild with great anger. In his hunger, he destroyed all the houses and then all the temples. It made the Balinese turn to rage, so they came together to plan a step to oppose this powerful giant by using his stupidity. They asked Bo-Iwo to build them as a very deep well and rebuild all the houses and the temples he had destroyed. After they fed Bo-Iwo, he began to dig a deep hole. One day, he had eaten too much. He fell asleep in the hole. The oldest man in the village gave a sign. and the villagers began to throw the limestone they had collected before into the hole. The limestone had made the water inside the hole boiling. Boiwo was buried alive. Then the water in the well rose higher and higher until at last it overflowed and formed Lake Batur. The mound of earth dug from the well by Boiwo is known as Mount Batur. Number 6. Which the following fact is true about Boiwo? A. Boiwo ate a little amount of meat. B. Boiwo is a destroyer that cannot make anything. C. Boiwo was angry because his food was stolen by Balinese people. D. Boiwo destroyed all the house but not the temple. E. Kebo eat food was equal for food of 1,000 people. 7. Why did Boiwo feel angry to the Balinese people? A. Because Balinese people ate his meal. B. Because Balinese people took his food, so his barn was empty. C. Because Balinese people didn't give him food. D. Because Balinese people were in hunger. E. Because Balinese people turned to rage. According to the story, if Boiwa is never exists in Bali Island, what do you think will happen? A. There will be no Bali Island. B. Bali people will never be angry. C. All Bali people will live in a prosperous way. D. We are not able to see the beauty of Lake Batur. E. Mount Batur will not be a sacred place now. Number 9. So they came together to plan steps to oppose this powerful giant. The third paragraph. The antonyms of the word oppose is A. Support. B. Defeat. C. Turn against. D. Beat. E. Change. Number 10. What is a Mount Batur? A. A lake well by Boiwo. B. A well dug by Boiwo. C. The mountain boiled by Boiwo. D. A mound of earth dug from the well by Boiwo. E. A home built by Balinese people to Boiwo.